Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Chris and this is Coral Reef Builders. So welcome to the channel if you're new here, and welcome back if you're a subscriber. Doing a video today, kind of an update on my two aquariums. So I'm going to do kind of a double feature, and we're going to go through and take a look at these guys. Alright guys, so here we are, 65 gallon. As you can see, the biggest update to this is obviously some new livestock. Besides the clownfish that was in there by himself, I now have a sailfin tang, one spot foxface, and a copper banded butterfly. Other than that, this tank has been coming along rather nicely. As you saw with the last update I had on this, I was having a really bad hair algae outbreak, and as you can see, majority of that is pretty much gone. It's been an ongoing battle, turned from hair algae into diatoms. I might even had some dinoflagellates going on there, and there's still some brown. You can kind of see some of the brown left on the rock work here, and I still got some crap in the sand. Which I do vacuum out weekly, but other than that, the hair algae has pretty much disappeared. I could probably think a lot of that to the foxface and the tang, because they destroy the algae in the tank and definitely keep it at bay. So everything seems to be going well there. For a while I was carbon dosing, which helped kind of get rid of my nitrates, which was the huge issue why I had hair algae. My nitrates were probably like 60 parts per million, so they were really high. But I've got my nitrates under control, I got my phosphates under control, and now the tank is slowly coming together and becoming a stable system. A couple other additions, changes that I've done to it. I changed out my power heads for Max Spec Gyre X F230. I also upgraded my temperature control to a Inkbird temperature controller. As you can see there, I've got both of my heaters that are in the aquarium plugged into that, and that controls my temperature. Other than that, I think everything else is pretty much the same, other than if you saw my video on the DIY sump, I got that new 20-gallon sump going. Skimmer's running good. I've got a mix of carbon and GFO running through this BRS media reactor plugged into my return manifold there. So yeah, basically a combination of good husbandry, good maintenance, and good equipment, and this tank is coming along very nicely. Alright, so that's it with 65. Let's go upstairs and we're going to check out the 20-gallon Nano and see what's going on with that. Alright, here we are, 20-gallon Nano. So big changes to this. As you can see, the obvious ones are these two giant zoanthid colonies that I have in here. I got those guys from my local fish store. They were selling these gigantic colonies of zoanthids for $100. So I picked both of them up and was planning on basically putting them in my 65, which I did. Acclimated them, put them in there. Everything was going fine. They look great. And then I started noticing my foxface taking interest in them. I noticed my foxface was hanging out around the colonies quite a bit and kept sticking his nose in there, and I'm like, maybe he's just picking algae out around the polyps. But then I started watching him closely, and I caught a good shot of him getting a hold of a polyp in his mouth and popping it open and basically sucking the insides out. So at that point I was like, okay, well that's it. We got to get rid of these colonies in my tank. I can't have the zoanthids in there or the foxface is going to eat them all. So I removed them immediately, brought them up here to the Nano tank, and here's where they sit. And they are actually doing really well. They're really nice colonies, real full. And they kind of like them in here. They add a little bit of more color and beauty to the tank than this plain old rock and this frag rack. All right, so that's what's been going on with my two aquariums, my 65 and my Nano. Things are coming along rather nicely. For right now, it's just basically keeping up good husbandry, keeping up on the water changes, and keeping the tanks stable. So until then, be sure to check me out on Instagram. I do all kinds of updates on there on stuff that I'm doing more often than on YouTube. You can also check me out on Facebook. Feel free to click the like button, click the subscribe button if you want to see more. And again, all your support is appreciated, and we'll see you on the next video. Oh, so one more thing before I go. I've been toying around with the notion of changing the name of the channel. It's oddly similar to another channel out there. Pretty sure if you thought about it long and hard enough, you could figure out what channel that is. So I've been thinking about changing the name of the channel ever so slightly, but I'm not sure what yet. If you agree with me and think I should change the name of the channel, from Coral Reef Builders. You know, let me know down below. You know, just throw a comment down there and say yay or nay if it's something that maybe I should just think about doing now before, you know, things get hairy. So, thanks. We'll see ya.